And look at this side, like it looks like I got punched in the face by the sun. But that is what we have a blending brush for. Take a sip of my iced coffee. It's always so good, that always slaps. Hello, future Franny here. I forgot to film an intro, so here we go. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are subscribed here, it has been quite a while since my latest upload. Sorry about that, but so much has happened. We moved into a new place, a much bigger space, so just, you know, making sure that everything is settled in and all of that good stuff. But we are back, and today's video is going to be a shopping my stash. As I've been putting all my makeup and everything away, I've noticed I have a large amount of products that I need to start using, and I'm like, you know what, I'm probably not the only one that has a lot of makeup or makeup in excess or clothes in excess that I need to use. So I figured, let's shop the stash, get the little cart and everything, and just use products that may be new to the collection or I've had for quite a while. So if you would like to see the final look, if you'd like to see the products that I have, my new space, and just catch up, well then just keep on watching. Okay, so welcome to the bathroom. Before we get started on the makeup and all that good stuff of shopping through the makeup collection that we have, we are going to prep skincare. So I'm also gonna just quickly shop through my skincare cabinet. We'll put some moisturizer, oil on, and all that good stuff. So let me just show you that. So just switching over to this camera. Hello. Okay, so in here we have quite a few of my skincare things. Definitely want to put some SPF. So we're gonna just take that out so that we can wear. And then I just want to put a moisturizer on. I know I have some of these really hydrating ones over here, so I think I'm gonna use this one. This one has been one of my current favorites so far. Honestly don't even know the brand, but it's this glowing moisturizer with citrine in it, and it is just so good. So we're gonna do that one. And I do want to just put a little bit of a eye serum, so I'm going to use this black tea firming eye serum from Fresh. Okay, so this is what the glowing moisturizer looks like. It is so thick and creamy. I absolutely love it. So I'm literally just gonna plop that all over and just moisturize the skin. It smells so good. Absolutely love it. And then one thing that I am for sure trying to incorporate into my everyday skincare is SPF. So here I have this Supergoop Everyday Lotion SPF 50. So just gonna put that on top of the moisturizer, just so that way I have some SPF protecting my skin, because I am so bad at that. So I figured if I just make it part of my routine, it'll become a habit to put it. So that is that, and we are looking nice and glowy, which is always a really good base for starting makeup. And obviously, you know, we'll prep it and we can even put primer and all that, but this is just really nice. Oh, I have this whole scratch on my nose and it looks so horrendous, but whatever, it happens. It is what it is. And then lastly, we are gonna use that Fresh black tea firming serum right underneath the eyes, just for extra hydration. Honestly, I know it mentions firming, so we love that over here. But that is pretty much it for the skin prep. Before, let us go into the makeup room and start shopping some makeup. Now we're heading to the most exciting part, and I'll fill you guys in a little bit more on this room and everything later, and maybe in a possible future video I'll give you guys a little tour. But this is the new home to my makeup collection. So we are going to look through all the drawers. I have my little shopping cart, shall we say, so that we can just put in products that they can be new, they can be old. We're just gonna go through it and just pick out some items for our look today. Also, in the comments down below, if you guys see an item that you would like to see me use, feel free to put it in there, because I am gonna be doing a lot more of these shop my stash, because clearly my stash is pretty large and extensive. So let's jump to it. We are going to dive into these cabinets, and I do just want to say I took my time to organize all of them because I wanted to be able to know exactly what's in what. So we'll go ahead and start off first with primer. So these are the primers that we're working with. I think I want like a bronzy, glowy look. So I might just do 2 primers for the sake of it. I'll do this Face Glow Illuminator, and I think I definitely want something with some tackiness. I have been obsessed with this e.l.f. cooling primer, so that'll go in the cart. Next up, we have foundation, and this one we have 2 jars. I don't know why, but we do. So I kind of just have here more of those like serum-like or CC cream sort of foundations, and then we have some other ones there. I try to separate some by like brand and things like that just to be able to see. So let me just scan and kind of see what stands out. I've been obsessed with my Ilia serum skin tint, which is amazing, but I kind of want to try something that I haven't used before. You know what? I've been meaning to want to try this Urban Decay. So let's do this one, and I think this is a Tinted Glow. Yeah, Tinted Glow Hydrator. So let's try that. I haven't used this in a while. I don't know if this color might be too light, but I guess we'll figure it out. This is a Decay Max Coverage Silky Foundation, and I know I was super excited to use that when I first got it. So we have that. Obviously, we want to get some sponges, so we'll do that. Moving on, we have concealer. Okay, what concealer do I want to use? Do I want to also just kind of match and get the Decay? We can do that too. Let's try this one. Let's go with the Hourglass. We'll do the Hourglass one. This one is running low, so that is that. All right, we're making some moves, people. We are now in powders. I think I want to do a loose powder, and we'll do a pressed powder. Definitely going to go for my Charlotte Tilbury in number 1 for under the eyes. I've been using that lately, and I am obsessed. And I think for my all around the face, I am going to go with my Essence Loose Fixing Powder. I used to use this all the time, and I stopped using it, and I don't know why. So we're gonna bring that back again. Always bringing a lash curler. Next up, we have contour and bronzer. So I definitely want to do something cream or stick, and then a powder. So let's see. I haven't used the Rare Beauty one since I last bought it. So let's put that one in the cart. And let's look for a powder. Which powder should we use? Ooh, we can use this new one. This is the Fenty Beauty palette that they just came out with not too long ago. I've been using it, and I am quite obsessed with it, I guess we can say. Next up, we have blush, and I love me some blush. So these 2 jars are actually like underneath each other. So I, for the most part, have like my powders up here, and then we have more like creams and more powders. I have a lot of blush. I love it so much. We have the Milani ones here, which are just stunning, and I want to use one of them. I think we can put this one, which is in the color Bellissimo. So that one's very, very pretty. And then I want something with like a little bit of dew. Or, ooh, I got this one actually. This is a Nabla blush, but it's like a glaze too. So it's kind of like a highlighter combo type thingy. I like that. But you know what? For the sake of it, since we have so many blushes, let's just add one more just to give us, you know, some options. We can put, shall we do, you know what? We're going to put both of these because I like this Refi one. I think this is the one that I saw. I'll show you guys that in a second. But we'll put this Bare Mineral Super Deep Berry one. We opened it yesterday while I was putting everything away, and that color is beautiful. That color screams fall to me, even though I know, yes, we are in spring. But we'll put it in there because there is no harm in mixing. All right, well, now we are in our highlighter jars. I know for sure that I want to use my Refi illuminating glow thingy-majingy that this is. This is literally so good. It is the only liquid highlighter that I use, period. It is so amazing. I absolutely love it. I know the point of this is to try and like use things that I haven't used, but we'll mix and match. So since I've used that one, let me pick a powder highlight that I have not used in a while. Okay, so we have these 2. I think I might just put both of them, honestly, into the shopping cart because I think I could use that lighter one for the brow bone. So, okay, we're making some moves. Moving on next. Oh, good Lord. This is usually the one, pretty much all of this and below is eyes. So this is all like toppers, which is one of my favorite things. We have some liners and all that good stuff. So this is pretty much what all three of these are. I don't know if I want to do a topper yet. So let's just go below to the palettes and see what we're working with. I feel like I want to do a bold lip. So if I want to do a bold lip, I think I want to keep the eyes a bit simple. So let me just open just so you guys can see kind of what we're working with. I have a lot of palettes. I know that. Now you know that. So now that we both know the obvious, we can move on. I have them pretty much separated. I try to separate them by like brand and things like that. So this is like my high-end Sephora ones where I have like my Pat McGrath and Charlotte Tilbury and my ABH, my Natasha Denona's, did I say that? Well, yeah. Bobbi Brown, like all that good like Sephora stuff. Then here I have like all my ColourPops and like my BH Cosmetics and things like that. So I think, which one is this one? Honestly, I think I might use, no. Yeah, no. We said we want neutrals, honey. This is not neutrals. And I don't think this is in the right one. Let's move this one down because what I want to show you is I have all my Morphes and Hudas in another drawer. My Morphes are so darn big that it's hard to store them. I think this is the one that I'm looking for because I definitely want something with some neutral colors. So we'll take that one out. But yeah, as you can see here, I have all my mini Hudas, all the bigger ones. Another palette that I think would work well is this Nude Mood palette, which is like one of my favorites. Oh, that one is destroyed from ColourPop. I actually have a backup on there too because this one broke and root, but we'll use this one. And then I think I'm going to, let's see, here we have some more. This is more of my like Shea Glam, Milani. We have some Flower Beauty here, more like my drugstore brands here. What do we have here? Too Faced, Violet Voss, Dose of Colors, those palettes. And then I showed you guys the Morphe. And then in these below, we have the e.l.f. ones. We have some Sigma and all that good stuff. We have one Juvia's, but I don't think I want to dabble into any of those today. And then this is literally becoming one of my favorite drawers because it has all of my Beauty Bay palettes. And Beauty Bay has honestly become one of my absolute favorite brands when it comes to these massive eyeshadow palettes because wow, they literally have every and any color and the formula is actually really, really good. And they're pretty like affordable, which I love. So I also just have some Wet n Wilds on there. So we will take these bad boys and we'll put them in the cart. So our cart is looking pretty good so far. I'm gonna bring this over to my vanity table, which I also have a few other things. So I'll be picking the brushes, setting sprays, all that good stuff, and lip products as well. And we will get started on glamming. Alrighty guys, so let's jump right on in. I am in my new room, my new office room, which I am so excited about. I'm going to be talking to you guys and also just applying the makeup, so I'll just be showing it to you guys. You guys should have already seen it from my basket, but I am just going to use the e.l.f. Cooling Primer, which is more of a gripping primer in just those areas that I want more grip and for my makeup to really stick onto. And then we'll just put this where I want some highlight and just like illumination to be on. But yeah guys, I know it's been a minute since I've been on YouTube, quite a few months actually, but we moved mid-February, so the month of January was pretty much just all like kind of getting things ready for the move and all that good stuff. February was just all packing, so that was that, and then just settling in. And I'm so excited with the space that I'm in. I actually have like my own office space. I do work from home, so I needed more space in just that. I wanted to be able to just have a space that I can work from, but also just like when the workday is done, exit. In my previous place, my office was my living room, was my kitchen, was my bathroom. Like the apartment was really small. So that was something that I really also wanted, and I just also kind of wanted to be able to have that office space be my studio space for videos. But let me tell you guys, I got into such a rut, I guess we can call it. I don't know if I would want to call it that, but I just didn't want to like do anything. I was just like, moving into foundation, we're gonna try this one, this Urban Decay Tinted Glow Hydrator. It's been in my collection for a little while and I have not used it yet, so I'm just gonna pour a little bit on that on my hand. I don't know if the color is gonna match completely, but it's okay. We have the other foundation for that. But yeah, guys, I was just going through quite a rut. Also just like trying to tackle my full-time remote job. It was just a lot. Also just settling in, just quite a lot. And then honestly, like, I'm such a perfectionist with certain things, so I'm like, until this room isn't set up the way that I want it, like, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. And then I don't know, the months just continue to go on by, but I'm here. I'm super excited to be back. My makeup is organized, all my stuff is organized, which is essential for me to be able to work properly and be able to deliver the content that I want to be able to deliver. So moral of the story is I'm just super excited to be back filming, and I can't wait to see everything that comes out of this new place and everything that comes out of this new room. So thank you guys so much, first of all, for continuing to subscribe even though there was no new videos. Thank you so much for that, and I hope you enjoy the content that I'll be putting out. I want my content to be more educational, informational, and overall just helpful and useful. I know that a ton of people have makeup, have clothes, and they're probably just like, what do I do with this now? That is what I want to be able to just come back and be able to encourage. Using what we have, finding multiple ways to use it. When we get that urge to want to shop, shopping our own stash and just using what we have. That's really kind of like the big lesson that I want to be able to teach myself. Honestly, it's really me teaching myself that, and I figured, hey, why not bring you guys all with me? So if you're on that same boat, or if honestly you're just like, I don't really care about that, I just like to see people doing their makeup or see people living their lives, well then, welcome. Actually, now I'm gonna just move on to concealer. I actually really liked how that Urban Decay Tinted Glow Hydrator looked. I'm very into a glowy, kind of just like that clean girl makeup look. I want to have some bronziness, I want to have some glow. You know, we're just having fun. We are shopping our stash, using makeup that we have, chit-chatting, getting together to just talk, and yeah, that's pretty much the goal of this. So this concealer is a tad bit light, but it's okay. I'm making it work because sometimes the concealer starts off like, oh, okay, I like this color, and then as we continue to go, we start piling on some bronzer, we start putting on other things. I'm like, so did I conceal or not? Because I don't see it. So I have been going actually just a little bit lighter on concealer, because I really do like that beautiful under eye effect. I need to cover up that spot because that is going to annoy me. Okay, so next up we're going to go into the bronzer. Now I'm not gonna set just yet because I have this Rare Beauty Always Sunny bronzer stick, so I'm gonna just use that. We're gonna just put that on the cheekbones, a little bit over here, yeah. On this side, on that side, under the nose, under here. And I know I've used this one before, and I remember her being pretty pigmented, but she also blends out well. So let us see. Now I must say the formula of this is very, very nice. I just don't know if I necessarily fully love the color. I still feel like it leans a little red, which is usually always the problem. Do any of you guys that are more on the yellow or like olivey undertone have that problem too? I always find that bronzers like that are marketed as bronzers always lean so red, and that's why I always love to stick to specific brands like Fenty, who just get the undertones and actually get really good warm undertones that are not always just so red, if that makes any sense. But this blends it out very, very nice, and I think it'll pair very nicely with the Fenty powder that I have. Next up we have the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, which is her flawless finish airbrushed one, and I have been enjoying this so much. I actually haven't been using loose powder underneath my eyes. I've been using pressed powder so much more. I think I saw someone that I follow was just mentioning the difference between both powders and its usage, and I was just like, huh, that is actually so smart. And look at just how nice, blended, and smooth that leaves this area, specifically just the under eye. So I love to just set this whole entire area with that. I do like to just dust off a little bit to make sure that we're getting an even application of powder, even if it's pressed. And I'm just going to put that all over my face. And also, I just want to let you know, if you're new here, welcome. And once again, thank you for being here. I am not a makeup artist. I am simply an everyday girl who bought way too much makeup and continues to buy a lot of makeup for the passion of it, and also just because I literally love it. And I've just learned how to do my makeup, and I continue to learn how to do my makeup, whether that be through following beauty influencers, doing my research, looking at how brands teach on how to be able to utilize their products, and honestly just combining all of that, and also just seeing what I like, what are my preferences, and also what suits my skin, my undertone, and all of that good stuff. So I am just an everyday person sharing what I know, sharing my love for makeup, sharing my love for fashion, and just sharing what I know with you. Take with that what you want and go with it, but just have fun with what you have. I know so many of us have makeup that we've all bought, whether it was influenced by an influencer or marketed to us in a way that we were just like, we need to have this, and then we have it at home and we're like, so how do I use this? This is what I want this space to be, just a place for everyday people to come see an everyday girl use her items, use her products, use her clothing in an everyday casual way. So that is the purpose of why we are here. Next, now that we have powdered, we're gonna go into this Fenty Beauty palette that I was talking to you guys about, and this is her newer release, and it's actually her existing bronzers already just kind of all together in a palette, and she included these two highlights, and this highlight, Miss Rihanna, we need this in a single component, because wow, 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 it is so good. It has like that putty feel, that putty texture, which just looks so good on the skin. So I'm actually just gonna go into two shades in that bronzer palette, and we're gonna just add a little more, because I do want to have a very nice bronze and kind of just like sculpted look. You see, like she just gets it. The girls that get it, and Miss Rihanna gets it with these undertones. When it comes to undertones, wow, wow, wow. We are super airbrushed, which I am living for, and we are going to go into my absolute favorite categories, and that is blush. As you can see from my shopping experience, I took out 4 blushes because I'm just that girl, and I didn't know which one I wanted to do. Now I did pick out this lip color, which I saw in my collection, and I was like, oh, I gasped. I was just like, how is this color real, and how have I not used it? So actually what I am going to do, which I typically don't do, is I'm going to put my lip first, only because I want to be able to match everything else to it. So I'm just going to put my lip color. Oh my gosh. Wow. 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 So this is the Bare Mineral Bare Pro in the color Hibiscus, and I don't have any more information on this right now, like on the component itself, but it feels so nice and soft. Oh my god, and it's so pigmented. Like the color really shines through for how it looks. So I wanted to just put that on first, because I want to be able to see, okay, which blush, what do I want to do on the eyes based off of this. So I have quite a few options. We have this blush that I had shown earlier, which has a little bit of like an orange undertone to it. I definitely want to use this Nabla Skin Perfecting Blush Topper, So I'm trying to see. I have like 2 pink and berries and then like 2 more orangey. So I don't think I want to do the orangey. Although honestly the orangey could go well too. But I've already set, which I'm kind of like annoyed about because I wanted to use this Refi. But it's a cream. It's okay. We'll use this for another time. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Let's go into this Milani one. And we're just going to start off by putting a little bit of that onto the cheeks. Just going to do the smiling. I think that'll just also bring some more emphasis into that bronzy, and then we'll top off with the pink. Now we're gonna take this brush, and this is like literally a select brush that I got from She Glam actually. And at first I was like, what is this? Because it's literally like cat paws, but it blends so well. So every time I do my blush, every time, because I always tend to go over with the blush, I just like to go in with this brush and just make sure that everything is like nice and blended out. So that's literally what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna just show you what I mean. I'm gonna do this side first and this side of the nose so that you can see, and then I'll show you. So this is what the other side is looking like, just like blush everywhere, and then this is the side that has been blended. So it's really all about taking your time to really blend your makeup in so that it looks nice and seamless. Like, look at how that looks. And then look at this side. Like, it looks like I got punched in the face by the sun. But that is what we have a blending brush for. Let me just take a sip of my iced coffee. It's always so good. That always slaps. Okay, we have the Refi Illuminating Highlighter. And when I tell you, like, listen, you come across so many different products, like everyone in there, you know, every brand is selling everything, the same thing, just slapping a different brand name on it. And you're just like, all right, like how many standout pieces are there actually that I'm like, wow, I actually want this in my collection, or I can't live without. This is that. I don't know how she did it, the owner, Jess Hunt, but this gives the glass-like look that I have been looking for. And it, like, look at that. Like, I am mattified and set, but then, oh my goodness, we have some natural dew back in, and it is just so stunning. When I tell you guys, this has been game changer in my makeup collection, and it literally sits in my everyday vanity because we use it every single day. Even with a bare look, it just looks so beautiful. It makes your skin look nice and hydrated, and it just also helps sit on top of those powders so nicely so your skin doesn't look super dry or anything like that. It's just beautiful. So you can place that wherever you want. I'm gonna go into the Fenty highlighter that I was telling you guys about, and she is stunning. I do like to use a powder in this center of my nose just to have a little bit more control, because if I put too much of like that glossy one, then it'll look like I have no definition to my nose, and I like to have definition on the nose. So this is what the base is looking like so far. Before we jump into the eyes, I am going to quickly do my brows, and brows honestly are never exciting. They're never exciting for me. I feel like one day I get my brow game and then the next day I lose it, and I'm just like, what's happening? However, this product, the NYX Thick It Stick It brow mascara, has been game changer for me. I have very sparse and thin brows, so I just feel like if I go too heavy on the brows, it looks unnatural, but then if I leave them the way that they are, they just look super sparse. So finding something that can kind of just balance it is just like unheard of. But this, let me just show you guys. I wasn't going to show you because honestly brows are just not exciting, but if you are in the same boat as I am, you should definitely try it. So you can pick the color that you want. I believe I have the color Espresso, and they have like these, let me show you guys. It has like these tiny little fibers, which also just add to helping your brows look a bit thicker. So what I like to do is just go through my brows with it. And also on top of that, remember, it is like a brow gel. So it's actually gonna hold your brow hairs in place, which we love because I have hella rebellious brow hairs. So we're just gonna go through that, and it just also limits needing to go in with so much other products. So I really just go in with it like that. I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll go over it with a spoolie to make sure that there's no harshness. and it has really been a game changer. I can definitely see myself in the summertime like just wearing this if I want more just like super natural brows with just a bit of color or coverage on them. I can see myself using this. When I want just a little bit more, like look at that, even just that kind of just made my brows look like, hey, I'm here and I'm alive, I'm not dead. So we love that. I am just gonna take this spoolie to go through it and just ensure that there's no like excess product just like hovering or standing in a specific area. And then what I do like to do, so this is a two-step brow product, which honestly I am not complaining about. I just go in with this powder. This one's from Tarte that I've had for quite a while, and I have this really thin brush, and I'm just gonna go and kind of fill in where those sparse sections are and just kind of go with like hair-like strokes. I actually just quickly wanted to switch over to my phone camera so that you guys can see the skin so much closer. This I just want you to see that highlight. Like, do you see that dew? It is literally incredible. I'm just like, you can see yourself there. Say hello, hi. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to be able to see that because it honestly blows my mind every single time. It's like the sweaty look that you want. Like, we're here for it, Rafai. We're here for it. Okay, so now we are on to the last part, which is usually funny. There's people that do their eyes first. I tend to literally leave my eyes for last. I don't know why. I think it's because it's what I've been like most minimal on lately. So I just like usually would just toss in some bronzer in there and like do a liner and some lashes and call it a day. It is literally pouring outside. So if you hear the rain, enjoy it because I love that sound. We are gonna stick to some neutrals, so I think I am going to go into my Beauty Bay neutrals palette, which I mean honestly, do I have to say anything else? I've been obsessed with it since I got it and I have zero regrets. I think it is phenomenal and Beauty Bay should be talked about way more. So I am just going to, ooh, I thought we were going with something light and that was not light. Okay, so we're just gonna go in with some of a deeper brown and I really just want to add some definition, kind of do like a little contour. Look at me. First of all, did I not just say we were gonna go like light and all this? And then look, that's not light. That is not light, Franny. Yeah, girl, get it together. Okay, we're gonna do that on the same other side and I am gonna just try and lighten it up a little bit. It is a bit cool toned for me as well too, so I do want to lean a little more warm, so I might tap into one of the other palettes. But gosh, this just, oh my god, it blends so beautifully. If you haven't tried a Beauty Bay palette, first of all, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And second of all, get on there. They typically always have sales. They have these like mega palettes that have 42 eyeshadows in them and they'll typically have them on like sale, so you can get those two huge ones for like $35, which is like insanity. They remind me of Morphe but like 20 times better. But how are you guys doing? If you want, feel free to just put down below what's happening in your world. How are you doing? How are you feeling? We made it to 2022. We're almost halfway. What are your goals for the future? What are things that you want to accomplish? And just how are you right now? I would genuinely love to know. I know that in the social media world, everyone tends to feel like they can only share the positive, or they only have to share the positive, or not necessarily only share the positive, but like you always have to be like winning or feeling 100%. And honestly, that's just not the reality of it. We all have our down days, but in those down days, do not stay down. You make sure that you always find a way to get back up, push through, set your goals and go after them. So just want to be able to foster a community here where we're able to do that for each other, you know, encourage each other, whether that's through beauty, whether that's through fashion, whether that's through a chit chat, just talking about crap, talking about life, you know, just making sure that everyone feels like they have that community or someone that they can talk to. So I encourage you to, you know, reach out, be more social, check in on your peers. We never know how people are feeling or what they're going through, and there's a lot of people that just don't share, you know. You can't tell what's going on in their life, and that's okay, but that's why it's important for us as friends to just check in on other people, check in on our peers, and just, you know, be a real and true community. So I'm just gonna take that black and I'm just gonna make sure that I tap off all the excess, because since it is a powder, we do not want the black falling all over our eyes, especially since the face is complete. And I'm just gonna start to create that wing that I want. And I don't want it to be a super huge wing or anything like that. I just want to add some depth because I don't necessarily wear lashes on a regular or even just like period. Lashes are very rare for me, but they do add that ba-ba boom to your lashes and just bringing in life. So I find this trick also helps a ton because it just adds some volume to the outer part of your eye. So you can just see the difference in that. It's already adding that definition towards the end, and then once we put our mascara in, it'll just emphasize it that much more. It'll make it look a lot fuller, which we are here for. Last but not least, we will be adding some mascara, and this one I've been enjoying so much lately. This is from SheGlam, and it is their long-lasting precision tubing mascara, and we love a tubing mascara. That just means taking it off is that much more easy. So this is what the wand looks like. It also has that tip, which is very interesting to just be able to get into those inner areas. I am just gonna do one lash so that you guys can see the difference. This is just one coat and this is with no mascara. So just gonna do that and then we will wrap this up. Alrighty guys, well that concludes this video. This is the final look. I am just also gonna show you guys it on the camera on the phone so that you guys can see a close-up of what the skin is looking like. We are here for it. Thank you so much for watching and for being here, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.